to the flow from your left to your right. Hold the top between your legs, and if you're timing it right, rocking your body to the beat like you're riding a bike. You gotta bend it down low and drop that ass to the floor. Spread your lips and then let the towel go. Make sure your back got a hump in that. Don't be scared to work that cat front to back. Now watch your asshole. Wash it, wash it. Now watch your asshole. Wash it, wash it. Now watch your asshole. Wash it, wash it. Now watch your asshole. Wash your asshole. Ain't you cute, sis? You ready for the club? If you don't get your dust ass back in that motherfucking tub, all you did was sit there for 10 minutes and you stank that pussy clean. If you don't get your stinking ass back in that tub, bitch, put a cup of bleach in that hole.
www.djshinsky.com. Mixing the best international music. It's your favorite DJ, DJ Shinsky.
Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 in the 2000s. It's backhand, make it work in this cash hand. It's last hand, girl, pound with the cash hand. In that hand, you can ride in the jag hand. With that hand, you can smoke a fire bag hand. A crash hand, got the money like a flash hand. A trash hand, I'm a bitch, I'm a player hand. Go spray hand.
Bad. Woo! We went to wash our ass and we're back now. Y'all know if we really washed our ass, we would not be back that quick.
Put a couple bleach on them hoes.
Yeah, throw the whole pussy away. Not the whole.
The whole pussy?
If that bitch don't bathe.
No.
What you need it for?
True.
Okay. Now, you heard her. You heard her.
Oh, shiznit.
Wash your asshole. Now, we talked about sex and we came to some very different conclusions.
Agree to disagree, that's all.
Agree to disagree. Because I just feel like if it's good, it's good. Now, you may have off days where y'all just, that's with anybody, but that don't mean the shit wasn't good. That just mean like you could have had too much shit on your mind, or nigga, you just went straight to eating the shit or doing the shit when you should have did a little foreplay. You should have bathed the motherfucker, should have cooked, should have took it slow, instead of just went straight to the pussy. But the pussy's still good if it's good. But next subject, moving along. I'm all right, thank you. Moving along. Let's talk about Lovey. We ain't talking about you, bitch. I'm gonna ask you a question. You like me? No. I'm saying, how do you know? Or let me ask this question first. Do you think you have ever been in love?
Yes.
Real love.
I'm talking about a real love.
These two goddamn Aquarius. I'm talking about real love. Not infatuation, not liking somebody. I'm talking about where you were like in love. Like you love their dirty draws and they love your dirty draws. Not one-sided.
I think I've been in love, but I don't think someone's been in love with me, maybe.
Why you don't think that?
Because you said both sides.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know.
You felt like you put out more, or you was willing to do more?
Yeah.
So you felt like you were more in love? Or why did you feel like they wasn't in love with you? It's the reason I'm asking.
I think I was more, because I was able to forgive quicker. You know what I'm saying? I feel like love and forgiveness, that's my perspective. Love and forgiveness go hand in hand in a way. And I feel like when a person is not willing to put the work in and put the effort in to get to the bottom of problems, or, like you were saying before, work shit out, then there's a lack of love there. It's like love is not something temporary. I feel, it's supposed to be, whether or not you even like a person no more, the love is still supposed to be there if it's genuine and real. Yeah. So there's some niggas out there that I could say that I got love for, you know what I mean? But that name. Never. But the actual being in love, the way y'all describe it as in today and the shit we be talking about, like, nah, not like that. No.
So you have never been with somebody who you felt like you couldn't live without?
No, can't say that
I was asking this because I was going to ask them, how do you know? Because many people think they in love.
Exactly.
But how do you really know that you're really in love? Because you'll forgive somebody who ain't done shit to you off the street. So you can't say, oh, I forgive, so I love somebody. You forgive the common stranger.
I mean, forgiveness is love, and that's still love, right. Though. The common stranger is still love for your fellow humans.
Everybody, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So how do you know that
how you know that you're in love?
Because you said because you forgive easily.
That's part of it for me.
But you forgive everybody.
So, I'm a loving person.
I'm saying in love with one person.
I know. Everybody. And I guess I have not like talking about. Like I thought I was in love in my last relationship, but you saw how that plane crashed.
That don't mean
you wasn't in love.
Oh.
No, shit ends even if you're in love. That don't mean you wasn't in love. It's just different degrees and different levels to the love.
So I think at first I was like in love. And then when, the treatment and, other factors, if it's like it wasn't really love anymore, it became something else. I don't know.
But see, like, it's two different types of love to me. First of all, let's start out with the basics. Mm-hmm. You can lust, love, and be in love with a person. So you have to determine where you at in your life. Like, it's a lot of people that I love back in the day that it was best that we had let it go. Because you can have a good relationship or you can have a fun relationship, a bad relationship, or a love and hate relationship. So to each group, it's a different word for it. So let's just say you lust somebody. You can automatically think that lust feels like love, but it's not. You just might lust that they cook for you. You might lust that they make you feel good. You may lust that you want to do all these type of things with them. But is that person available for you to be lusting on?
How do you know if you're in love?
Because you feel it. You feel it. You see it. It's a feeling, like a feeling that's different from any other kind of feeling. Because you can lust a person and they might be fulfilling your sexual needs and it feel like you love that person, but it was only for the lust. Because at the end of the day, when you put your clothes back on, they put their clothes back on, they going on back to whoever they with and you going on back to whoever you with. Or if you in love with a person, I would hope you be having sex with the person you in love with, but not all the time people with who they supposed to be with. You know what I mean? It's some people that you're going to always love. It's some people that you're going to always have those feelings for, but you might not even be with them. And it could be your fuck up that y'all not together. It could be their fuck up that y'all not together. But at the end of the day, you need to know the difference between lust, love, and being in love with somebody.
I think lust is more of a...
I feel like you can be in love with somebody and lust them at the same time.
Oh.
Bullshit.
I think desire is part of being in love, but I also think that lust is more for self. And it's like what that person does for you, how it make you feel. That's different, and it feeds your ego different. That's different versus loving someone. When you're loving someone, it's outward and you're loving them for them, not necessarily for how they make you feel.
Right.
And that's where people fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. You got to know the difference between all three of them. It's a difference being in love with somebody versus loving somebody versus lusting somebody.
Exactly.
And if you know the difference, then you know what you at.
But I feel like if you're in love with somebody, you're going to naturally yearn for them. You're going to naturally hunger for them. You're going to naturally desire them. What is desire, hunger? It's lust.
Yeah, that's why
it's lust. But you are in love with them. You're supposed to desire your spouse.
But that's what I say. It depends on where y'all at in your life. Because some people ready to love, and your partner may not be ready for that in love that you in love. They not in love with you, but they love you and they with you. It just depends on what a person in their life. So if y'all both on the same page, then it feels right. It feels good.
But what if y'all was minding your own goddamn business?
And what?
And then boom.
Yeah. Love have a funny way of saying, hello, I'm here. I'm here. Some people hate who they in love with.
I'm not gonna say they hate.
No, when I say hate, I don't mean literally like that. I mean like you be looking at the motherfucker like, oh, I can't stand your ass. You get on my nerves, but you better not go nowhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you have that person that that's don't always be there for you. They got nothing but love for you. So which one would you prefer? Somebody that's gonna always be there for you with the love, or do you want to be in love with somebody that you feel, see, and hunger and all that kind of stuff for? It depends on what you want and where you want to be.
Yeah, very much so.
You say that like it's a choice.
It is a choice, because if a person want to do right in a relationship, they gonna do right. If a person gonna fuck up, they gonna fuck up. So
I feel like it's not a choice, because I feel like this. I feel like you could, that's just like you could be in love with somebody.
Yeah, you don't mean to fall in love with somebody else.
No, but I'm not talking about somebody else. I'm saying like you can be in love with somebody, and you could be in love with somebody. Okay, say what you just said again, because you made me lose my train of thought. Say the last sentence one more time.
I said you could be in love with somebody but love somebody else.
No, you said something about choices.
I mean, it's your choice.
Okay. It's not your choice, because I feel like this. I feel like if you're really in love with somebody, it's not your fucking choice. Because I feel like even if you ain't talking to them, even if you're not around them, they're consuming your thoughts. They're consuming your mind. You may not say shit, but you wonder.
That's lust.
No, because you're wondering what they're doing. You're not if they're fucking somebody. You just want to talk to them. You want to know what they're doing. But you want to be around them. If you in love, you can't ignore that shit. Because eventually y'all gonna come together. Because it's like a magnet. It's the energy.
I'm trying to tell you, it goes in stages. You lust, then you.
I'm talking about the love,
right? They different categories, but it still go in stages. You lust. Well, let me start right here. Actually, it started with like. You like, then you lust, and then you love.
But like you say, some people is love at first sight.
Yeah,
I don't believe in that shit.
I believe in it. When I saw you, I already knew. Did you say? You need to hit the button.
Oh, we don't have a crowd going. Oh, yeah. I wish we did.
So when we first met, I told you I was just like, hey. Shit gonna go fast for us, and shit gonna be different. It's gonna move quick and fast. It did. So I think we skipped over the lust part. We went straight.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked for. I think we didn't have our first indication until 3 months later. 3 months.
Yeah, intercourse.
Mm-hmm. I'll say indication. Having relations, as the old people say. You having relations? We didn't have. We got to know each other, for 3 months before anything even happened. So I think we passed the.
Shit, we had. I think we lusted. We didn't really talk about it that much. We didn't really.
We was on a whole nother level. So. Right now, where you at? You lust, you love, or you in love? Where you at?
Yeah, you know what my stupid ass.
I don't know. I think you know when you in love, when you have the
when you don't want to be around them, when you don't want to talk to them, when you want to do everything, but your ass still be there.
Yeah, damn. Girl, is you rolling them big ass eyes? Yeah.
When you can't help it.
I think you in love when you get hurt and you try to work through some shit.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And I think you love a person when those certain conversations come up that shouldn't be coming up, but they come up anyway. And I think you lust a person on a daily basis because you always want to see them and be around them. So they all go together, but one is a little bit more powerful than the other one. I'd rather be in love with a person than to love a person. Some people say I'd rather be in love with a person than to lust a person. But I think you need to have that lust. That's what keeps you grounded. That lust that you be like, man, I just want to, bust wide open at all given times. You know what I'm saying? Versus, just, hey, I love you, but you can go if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think you need lust in being in love with a person. And if you haven't found the love for a person or a person being in love with you, then you really not living your life. Love it.
I disagree.
What do you disagree on? What part?
Everybody lives their life differently.
Yeah. So you want to go through life without being in love and loving somebody?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying me personally. I'm just saying some people are afraid of that. Some people, you
ain't got to tell me, friend. Let me tell you, friend.
Some people don't want to take the journey.
Love is scary as fuck. You don't have... that shit is like a roller coaster ride, like Astral, Texas side, come. What you mean?
It's an everyday life thing.
But I'm saying it's a roller coaster ride if you're not expecting it. I'm not saying in a bad way.
I'm
saying
expecting things to happen.
You're going through. Listen, babe. You're going through the. Okay, you sitting over here. You minding your business. You in Vegas. You living it up, bitch. Galore. I'm in Houston, minding my motherfucking business, and you fine. You ain't in love. You ain't gotta motherfuckers piss you off because you love them. You chilling. Then we start talking. Now shit changing and you getting on the roller coaster ride. It's going up. I think I like a do. I do like her.
Why do you have to use a roller coaster?
Because I'm just saying.
The pendulum.
Bitch, I done told your ass about the pendulum.
Okay. Bad time.
Bad motherfucking timing. Y'all, if I told y'all about this pendulum, she gonna get mad. She can't say shit about the pendulum, bitch.
I just like the way she says it.
Pendulum swings, bitch. My ass.
That ass be swinging like a pendulum.
Now your ass swinging like a pendulum, bitch.
What is going on in here?
I'm pendulum swinging. That's what. Got me spilling my yak and shit, bitch. But no, I feel like love is good and it's all grand old opera and all that shit. But I also feel like if you're not ready for it, it's fucked up. If you're ready for it, then it's still scary.
I don't think that it's a roller coaster. I do think that if you're not on the same page, then you're not ready for it. If you're not ready for certain stuff, then don't get into it.
But when I say roller coaster, I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying because of course you start off, you meet somebody, you don't think you're gonna be in love with this motherfucker. You don't think you're gonna love their dirty drawers. You don't think you gonna hunger for this motherfucker.
It depends on the person.
What you mean?
When we met, what I tell you from the dope?
You tell me a lot of stuff.
Oops.
What were my first two things I said?
What you just told them?
What was it?
That it's gonna go fast.
And what else? Come on with it.
You told me a couple things.
Okay, you can name something.
You said everything was gonna go fast, and we was gonna be in love, and we was gonna get married.
Okay. So, if you want that shit, you go after it and you make it happen.
But how do you make that happen?
You do all the things that you need to do. You learn that person, you study that person, you pay attention to them, you watch them, you grow with them. You can't help that if you in love with somebody and they do some fucked up shit.
No, you can't.
You can't control what another person does. And anybody that's listening to this, you cannot control what somebody else do. People do things because they want to do it. It's not your fault when unexpected things happen. If you want to do right, you're going to do right. If you want to fuck up, you're going to fuck up. If you want to, be on the same page, you'll be on the same page. So you just have to know your worth. If a person is worth, being in love with, staying, or whatever the situation is. Everybody's scenario, everybody's situation is different. I knew from the time I met Cheri, you, that where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. So it was easy for me to fall in love or be in love, with the situation with you.
It was easy. But what if I wasn't what you thought?
That was for me to love. That was for me to find out, right? So you start communicating, you start talking, you start spending time together, you start doing stuff, and it's perfect. So when everything is good and perfect, you move faster than it would if it was fucked up and bad, right? If it's fucked up and bad, you be like, I'm starting to second guess this bullshit. Yeah. But if it's going smooth and it's going the way you thought it would go and everything is on the up and up, then you get to a place that you may not be ready for quicker than if that person wasn't right from the beginning. Mm-hmm. If y'all arguing and fighting from the beginning, you might as well realize that you're going to be arguing and fighting through the middle and to the end.
But as you say, you can have spats.
Yeah, everybody has spats. A spat is not an argument. An argument is something that hurt you. A spat is something that y'all just into it about.
Okay.
At least I think. What you think, Levy? Because we both Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
You think a spat is an argument?
I mean, yeah, and I think arguments are healthy because there's two different individuals, so that you're bound to have two different opinions about something.
I think a spat is one thing. Like, we can have a spat over who gonna drive. That don't mean we was arguing about it.
That's literally what you're arguing about. Who's gonna drive?
No, I mean, an argument for me is something. Why we in the fucking dark? Why you ain't pay the light bill? That's an argument for me. Or something, personal, which I never put my business out on, whatever. So if we arguing about who gonna take the trash out or who day it is to wash dishes, that's a spat. If we arguing about why you didn't pay the light bill, or
you talking about, okay, so you're saying the spat is over little issues.
Yeah, little.
An argument is over more major. Okay,
major.
Got you.
I think in relationship you have spats and you have arguments. I think you have altercations and some people just be brawling, just fighting their ass off. I'm not getting to that point. But as far as spats, I think you have to have spats and I think you have to have arguments. Because once again, two people coming together, you're trying to learn each other, you're trying to give each other space, you're trying to be respectful. Shit happens. Especially when you haven't been dealing with people for a long time or living together with somebody for a long time.
Right.
Spats.
Spats.
What you think? You like having spats or
arguments? You know I don't like having shit.
How many arguments we done had?
We just talked about this.
How many? Out of a whole year.
We've had a few.
How many? A few is 2.
A few is 3.
Well, no, you say because you say
a couple is 2.
I'm gonna say
several is like 6.
No, we ain't had several.
I'm just giving you all the numbers and the names. I'm not saying.
How many arguments have we had versus spats? Inquiring minds want to know. You know they want to know.
I'm gonna say about, because you say it'd be the same shit, even though I count them all. So
if you arguing about the same shit, that's still
she don't count them, but to me, it's an argument. I'm gonna say 4.
We had 4 arguments.
I'm gonna say 4.
I'm gonna say 2 or 3 out of a year.
That's what I'm saying. Over a year. I say 4 because remember we already had the 3.
Okay.
Before the other bullshit. So I'm gonna say It's between 2 and 4. But that's over a year, though. A year is 12 months. We're in March, so that's 14 months. So if you have 4 arguments, then shit, that's good.
Okay, spats. I'll say we had 1,000 spats. But you gotta have spats in a relationship. That lets you know, hey, I still care about your ugly ass, even though you get on my nerves. And yes, some things gonna go your way, and no, some things ain't gonna go your way. When we have a spat living, I'll be like, what you want here? This? You want this? God damn, what the? You want this? God damn. Shit. That's about it. I'll be like, what? Okay, whatever. However you want to do it, that's what I want to do. You know.
She don't be listening. She be like, whatever. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
she don't be listening to what the fuck I'm saying.
Once I get to that point to where, you know, it's all about pleasing who you love. You can please who you love and keep going, then you doing 100. If y'all can't, you know, get over the stuff or get past the stuff, then you got to reevaluate. Every year you should evaluate your relationship anyway. You either taking some stuff out or putting some stuff in. So every year, my grandmother told me you're supposed to evaluate what you are in, your circumstances. If it's meant to be, not meant to be, move it, reverse it, talk about it, take it in, put it out. Something got to change.
Right.
Every year. So if you're not doing an inventory on your life, you need to sit down and figure out what can I get rid of and what can I change or what can I replace.
You know, I fired people in the New York minute. I don't have time. I completely agree with that.
But I also think it goes back to the old folks saying where they say people come for a season, a reason. You know what I'm saying? And a lesson.
The lessons.
Yeah. Them lessons, you know what? I prefer to have a lesson versus a seasonal person. Because at the end of the day, the world is changing so much that you don't realize that. I don't know if it's the world that's changing people or if it's the things you go through that change you.
Yeah.
So, you know, like right now we in a pandemic. Does the pandemic change people?
Yes.
Or do people just get tired of bullshit and then they change? Because they always say it can't be both.
What you mean? Because when people get tired of shit, just like when they say you can't help nobody who don't want to be helped, when they get tired, they gonna find some help.
But helping somebody and you changing.
But this is my thing. When you get tired of shit, you gonna change.
I'm telling
you. When shit ain't adding up, when everything you trying to do, it ain't being blessed, it's not going forth, it's not, you gonna reevaluate, you gonna change some shit up.
What I'm saying is, okay, for example, the people that got dealt a bad hand, that it wasn't even their fault that they got dealt a bad hand.
Yeah.
Right? So they got dealt this bad hand. And if you were a sympathetic person, you want to help them, right? But if you going through stuff yourself, because I realize that most people that's trying to help other people is struggling their own.
That's always how it is.
You know what I mean? So that's why I was saying it depends on the circumstances or what you're going through to determine if that person is a season or reason or they, you know, supposed to be there.
You don't really figure that shit out until hindsight.
But that's what I'm finna say. As you get older, you start realizing what you want to deal with and what you don't want to deal with. The only thing that makes it crazy when you get older is the love that you have for that person that you're going through the stupid shit with. If you really, really love a person, you sit back and you reevaluate a whole bunch of shit. Like, you know, you determine like what's going on, like how did I get here or whatever happens. But on the other side of that, sometimes some people are just there to show you, hey, this is a lesson for you to learn. Because I think God put certain people in your life and in your path to indicate what you need to be fed on.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm not going. Even though the rough times are showing. There's no way we're part of the same.
What in the world?
We both got the same. Now let me stop playing. But you guys, and you're gonna love me. My fans like when I sing to them.
No, they don't.
You a lie. That mean I'm not out saying sing.
You ain't even on live.
No, I'm not, but they can hear me.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you guys, this has been fun. I'm about to get up out of here. I will talk to you guys next week. Tune in for Let's Talk.
I am the 365 chef. If you're looking for an event, party, prep chef to come in and take over things, just hit me up on Instagram at the 365 chef. And also on a positive note, continue to wear your mask. This corona stuff is not over. And you guys be safe. And if you don't take nothing else from this sitcom today, then just remember know your worth. And some things for a reason, some for a season, and some for a lesson.
Hey, and hey, if you don't want to be with nobody, don't be with their ass. If you don't want them, tell them. If they're not pleasing you, try to show them. If they don't get it right, X their ass off the list.
Or choke the shit out of them. How about that one? Anyway,
life is short.
Hey, let me say, y'all don't forget to go and vote for Chocolate Cheri for the award. For the award. I call her Chocolate. Y'all call her Cheri Houston. So,
yeah.
Y'all go and vote.
And if you love somebody,
let them know.
Let them know.
Let them go. Oh, let them know.
And if you if you the fuck up, try to make it right. If you don't want them though, let their ass go.
If you fucked up, let them know, right?
Yeah, I said, yeah, and try to make it right. Yeah, that's what I said. They don't need a goddamn another I said that, baby. If you fuck up, no. Y'all, she get on my motherfucking nerve. In a good way. But she get on my motherfucking nerves with a pink ass.
Somebody help me.
Yeah. Pull up if you want to and beat your ass and hers too.